Upasakas and Upasikas. Today, it is really a very fortunate for all of us to be gathered here. As our Bhante was mentioning, verses from the Dhammapada, Sammā-ganam tapo-sukho. That means to unite it together, to stay together, to come together. Today, if you see very clearly that the Buddhist community is fully fulfilled here, that is Upasak, Upasika, then the monastic disciples, Bhikkhu and Bhikkhuni, all the four categories are present here today. Bhante is here, Mataji is here, and here Upasak and Upasikas all are here. So all the four categories of the Buddhist community. So as all of you know, in the Buddhist community, there are two categories. One is monastic and another is lay disciples. In the monastic, male and female are there, that is called the Bhikkhu. Those who are male are called the Bhikkhu and the female are called the Bhikkhuni. The same way for the lay disciples, Upasaka are the male devotees and Upasikas are the female devotees. So these four categories are here today. So that is why we oneself have to feel the fortunate to get this all the opportunity, all the categories of people that are gathered here today. And today we are here to remember or to commemorate the Vaisakh Purnima, full moon day, or the Vaisakh. Especially this Vaisakh is a name of a month which correspondingly comes between April and May. But this year, the Vaisakh full moon day, the Vaisakh Purnima, fall in this month, May 12th, that is coming Monday. So on the occasion of this Buddha Jayanti or Vaisakh Purnima, we all have gathered here. So on this day, we have to recollect and remember the qualities of the Buddha. As all of you know, there are 9 qualities of the Buddha. Arahaṁ, Sammā-sambuddho, Vijjā-caraṇa-sampanno, Sugato, Lokavidū, Anuttaro, purisa-damma-sārathi, Satthā, deva-manussānaṁ, Buddho, Bhagavā. These are the 9 qualities of the Buddhas. So on this special occasion, we have to remember and recollect the qualities, because the Buddha Jayanti is very much important for all the Buddhist peoples. Those who are followers of the Buddha, the birth of the Prince Siddhartha and attainment or enlightenment of the Buddha under the Bodhi tree at Gaya, and also the Mahaparinirvana or the passing away of the Buddha at Kushinagar. So these main 3 events of life that took place in the same day, that is the Vaisakh full moon day. So we have to recollect and remember the qualities of the Buddha, and not only remember and recollecting, we ourselves have to put effort to build that qualities inside us. So today, let me highlight small qualities of the Buddha. That is Anuttaro, purisa-damma-sārathi, and Satthā, deva-manussānaṁ. These are the 2 qualities as just I want to highlight you. If you see clearly these 2 qualities, if you see here the Buddha's function as a teacher, Sārathi, all of you know Sārathi. Sārathi means a charioteer or a person who operates a chariot. In the olden days, the kings and other people, they used the chariot. So also Buddha is like a charioteer. He used to tame the people. In other ways, tame their mind. And he lead from the lowest to the highest, from the lowest categories to the highest category. That means from a normal person can also attain an Arahaṁ. That is why it is called Sārathi. That means a person who can tame the people and lead to the right direction. And the other quality is Anuttaro, purisa-damma-sārathi, Satthā, deva-manussānaṁ. Here Satthā, deva-manussānaṁ. That is the Buddha, he himself is a teacher of both the humans and the devas. If you read in the Samutaya Nikaya, the first 2 chapters that deal with the Devata Samyutta, and the second chapter is Devaputta Samyutta. Here we can see the devas, they come to pay respect and to ask questions to the Buddhas. So if we see the life story of the Buddha especially during the day and the first hour of the days, he used to preach the Dhamma to the normal peoples. But during the late hours of the night, when the monastery is very silent, the gate is chained and closed up, then the devas they come to pay respect to the Buddha. As we every time we recite the Mangala Sutta, no? In the Mangala Sutta itself, we can see Bahu deva-manussānaṁ, Mangalani achintayo. The devas are coming to pay respect and to ask the question, Bahu deva. For many, many years, the devas and the human beings are fully puzzled. They were not clear what are the mangalas or what are the blessings. So Bhante, please tell us. And that is how the 38 blessings Buddha had mentioned to the devas. So here, Buddha is not only the teachers of human beings, but also the teachers of devas, as well as especially he is the teacher of the Manusa. So here we can remember and recollect how he had preached the Dhamma to the people. So as I was mentioning about the Sārathi, so these animals, the charioteer or the operator of the charioteer, he had to train the animal in order to pull the chariot. They are wild. So during that time while training this charioteer, that Sārathi, he used to use different methods to train the animal, especially the horse for the pulling the chariot, or even maybe some are using like elephant to pull the chariot. So these wild animals, the charioteer have to tame. After taming, train, then only we can use them in our manual works. In the same way, Buddha is also a tamer of incomparable beings. He used to tame the people. So you can see in this our society, there are different categories of peoples are there, right from the Brahmin, the warrior caste, the worker class, and the lower class. According to their ways, the Buddha tried to preach the Dhamma to them. So Buddha at the time, of course, most of the time the Buddhas, when he teaches out of compassion, he used to teach the Dhamma. So his teaching method is always metta and karuna. But sometimes when he meet with the arrogant people who are stubborn, upstandard, rough tongue, or too much arrogance, then Buddha use his technique, that is the power of the words, those substitute their arrogance, their power. This is how he teach and how he tame us. I was mentioning the Sārathi, how he used to tame the animals. In the same way, Buddha used to tame these people. So if he meet with the kings and when he discuss with the kings, then he used the method of warfare. He himself was from the king family. So when he meet the people with the kings discussing the Dhamma, then he used the similes of warfare, like sword, how to use the sword, how to ride the horse and elephant, how to drop the chariot. This is how he used his method to teach the Dhamma to the kingly people who are the warrior caste. And when he meet with the Brahmins, especially in those days, the Brahmin are considered to be the highest among the four categories of the people. So due to their learned of the Vedas, they are very proud and they consider they are the highest of all the people. So when encountered with these types of people, he used different techniques to tame the Brahmins. So this is how so many Brahmins are also becoming his followers. And when he come with these normal people, like day-to-day people, then he used the similes of how they are working, how they are earning their living, like business, cultivating, or whatever they do. In this way, he himself go down to this level and he start preaching the Dhamma to the peoples. And when he come to the lowest, the outcasts, then he himself goes down to that level, and this is how he start teaching the Dhamma. So as you maybe have already read this, what to call that, one sutta is called Mahasupina Jataka. There he, before attaining enlightenment, he saw the 5 dreams. In these dreams, he saw that the Himalaya mountains is the pillow, and the whole India, the whole land, that is his bed, and touching the head to the Himalaya mountain, covering the whole body to the whole earth, and his leg was on the ocean. This is the first dream he has seen. In that sutta it is mentioned there. And the second one is from his navel, a small grass came up and it keep on rising till it reached the sky. It picked the cloud and went up. This is the second dream. And the third dream is from different directions, different colors of birds came to him, and when they fall down at his feet, all turned into white. And another, the fourth dream is there are so many ants, white body, but their head is black, filling the whole entire area up to the knees. This is the fourth dream. And the fifth dream is that he was walking on a mountain of a fleet without salting or without spoiling his leg. These are the first 5 dreams he had seen prior to his enlightenment. Before becoming an enlightenment, he see these dreams. So in these dreams, if we go through the meanings of the dreams, so that means he was lying on this earth with a head on the Himalayan mountains and a leg on the ocean. That means when he become an enlightenment, Sammā-sambuddho, the whole area, with that time it is known as the Jambudvipa. This India is known as Jambudvipa. That is how the whole Jambudvipa people will know him. They will follow the Dhamma. That is how we can see at that time, during the time of Ashoka or before him, the whole India was a Buddhist country. Everybody remembered the Buddha. And now also you can see yourself, whenever the excavation is done, everywhere only the Buddhist monastery or the pagodas or the relics or something, everything is come out. It is the dreams that he has seen. And the second dream is that when he will preach the Dhamma, it is not only for the human beings, it is for the devas also. As I was telling, he is the teacher of God and human beings. So even the devas, they learn the Dhamma from the Buddha. So this is the second dream. And the third dream is from different categories, all the people come and they turn into white. That means the different categories of the people are there, as just I was mentioning, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudras. All the categories, when they come together to the Sangha or become disciples of the Buddha, there is no division. As I was telling you, only 2 categories. One is monastic and other one is non-monastic. Only these 2 categories will be there. That is what he has seen the dream. So, such a beautiful in the Buddha's Dhamma. You can see there is no caste division, nothing, all are equal. The same dream he has seen, that all from all the directions, the birds came and all turned into white. That means whoever take sarana or refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, they are known as the Buddhists. There is no other caste except the male and female. This is the one. And the next one is the ant with white body and black head. That means different peoples. Now itself you can see the upasakas and upasakas. Whenever they go to monastery, they wear white dress. So this is what it represented at that time, prior to his enlightenment. So all people, the devotees, they will wear white dress and go and offer their prayers to the Buddha, the supremely enlightened one. Dhamma, his noble teachings, the Sangha who preserved the Dhamma. So this is the fourth one. And the fifth one is, though he was walking on the mountain of the fleet, his feet was not soiled. That means by remaining along with the people or normal people, he used the things, what the requisites are needed. As for the monks, the 4 requisites, Chivara, Pintapata, Senasana and Gilanapacha. These are the 4 requisites of a monk. So he have used these 4 requisites, but inside his mind, there is no attachment for any of the material things. That is why though walking on the fleet, his leg was unsoiled. That is what it means. So we can see here itself that in the dream what he has seen, that happening now also, it is still we can see now in this present moment. Now this year we are going to celebrate 2569 Buddha Jayanti. As all of you know, the dispensation of Buddha is 5,000 years, almost half have passed. But still then, the half is there. That's why as a disciples of the Buddha, in this Vaisakh day, we have to make our own determination. We have to make a very strong determination. Before ending of this Gautama Buddha dispensation, let us all strive hard, work hard, committed oneself more in Sila, Samadhi and Panya, and may we all uh, go forward, put forward and attain to this bliss of Nibbana. So in this day we have to make our own resolution, make our own determination to do it. So in this way we can pay respect to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. This is how we have to cultivate our mind. When we may take something very serious decision, then only we can do it. Otherwise, like this half decide, half decide, that means we will not able to end the birth and death. That is called the samsara, the cycle of birth and death. It will keep on going, going, going. There is no end. So as once the disciples of the Buddha were asking, for how many years or for how long we have born and how many we have died, how many times we have died. Then Buddha told him, you have seen these Himalaya mountains or the Mount Everest. That much if we pile up our bones, all the bones, if we pile up this, is more than that it become the bones will become more higher than this mountain. That many times we have already born and we have already passed due to our avijja, ignorance, due to the ignorance of that, not knowing exactly what it is. Because of that, we have born and passed away again and again. Same cycle of birth and that we are circling. So in this occasion, let us make determination to put more effort in Sila, Samadhi and Panya and try to end of this suffering and to achieve to Nibbana. And as I was telling about this, how Buddha was preaching the Dhamma to the different categories of people. So now just a small story, one small sutta that arises in the mind, that is how Buddha encountered with a Brahmin. So early morning, the Buddha wake up, then he start doing his Mahakaruna Samapati. That is, every morning he used to survey the whole world out of compassion, whom he can help, whom he can preach, who is spiritually ripened, whom he can teach the Dhamma and whom he can lead from the lowest to the highest. So at that time, after that, he took his alms bowl and he went to this Brahmin who was about to start the farming for sowing the seed. That is, the plowing festival was going on. At that time, he just went and he stand there. By seeing this, the Brahmin got very much angry with the Buddha. And he shouted at the Buddha, you useless fellow, you bald head, doing nothing, good for nothing, taking your bowl and only going from door to door, expecting somebody to offer you. Like me, you have to plow the field, you have to sow the seed, you have to nurture the seed. When the seed ripens, you have to harvest it. After harvesting, how I heal my stomach and to my people, you also should do like this. This Brahmin was telling to the Buddha. At the time, the Buddha told him, I too plow, I too sow my seed, and I too harvest my crops, he was telling. Then this Brahmin was fully surprised and puzzled. I have never seen you doing any work. Every time you are in the morning taking a bowl and going from place to place and collecting the alms. So he was very much surprised. Then the Buddha told, I plow my field. That is not like the normal plowing, that's like people are doing. My plowing is to develop the mind of the people. I sow the seed of Satthā, that is faith. I sow the seed of faith in the mind of the people. And I nurture the seed by the precept that already you have taken. Like this, by the power of the precept, I nurture them. And they harvest the fruit. That is, when one practice, when one have developed the faith in the mind, and when the sila is mature, when they practice, they harvest the fruit of Nibbana. This is how he came to this arrogant Brahmin. And this is how, when he know hard about this, the Brahmin was very much satisfied. And this is how he became his disciple and he start offering food to the Buddha. This is one incident. And another incident is about this Sunita, the outcast. All of you know the story of Sunita, the outcast. He was an outcast, scavengers. He used to go from home to home, door to door, to collect the graves. So as one day, the Buddha was walking on the road, and at the time the Sunita was on this road. So now this Sunita have no time, no chance to run away from there or to go away from there. So by seeing he want to run away or leave the road, he saw, oh, who is coming? The supremely enlightened Buddha, the Samana Gautama is coming. So I have to give way. But since it is too late for him, he had nowhere to go out. So just he stand near the wall, sticking to the wall, and he was frozen. He don't know what to do now, where to go. Then slowly Buddha came to him, and he was very politely, with lot of metta and karuna, he asked him, Sunita, will you want to ordain as a monk? And this Sunita have never heard such a kind and loving word in his life. Whenever people meet him, every time they just call him, shout him, or kick him out of the road. But Buddha had spoken him so kindly, so lovingly. He filled his heart with joy and he said, yes, of course, I will join it. And this is how he joined the Sangha. And slowly, step by step, Buddha guided him and he became an Arahat. Now see, we can see, if we read very clearly this story of Sunita from the lowest, if we see he is the lowest among all the categories of the people that exist in Indian society. From there, he became an Arahat. So on a full moon night, this Sunita was sitting and meditating on a rock. At the time, the Sakka, the Deva, the god of kings, king of gods, he come down from the heaven and he paid respect to this out. In a social status, he's an outcast, but now in the spiritual ways, he have already attained an Arahat. So this Sakka came and paid respect to him. And after sometimes, again, the Mahabrahma is the god of all these sensual beings. He's the leader. So he himself come and pay respect to this Sunita, an outcast. Then Buddha see from his kuti, and he said that not by birth or not by a lineage one become an outcast or a Brahmin. It is due to diligent practice of the mind, clearing the mind and working on the right path, one become a Brahmins or an outcast. So this is what the Buddha told us. We can see this Sunita, though an outcast, a scavenger, from there he rise to the highest. Even the Mahabrahma come to pay respect to him. So without taking much time, I think I can conclude here. So on this, once again, I